And avalanches in Nepal. Thousands died, and now survivors are left trying to rebuild after that devastation. Earlier today, I spoke with a Rhode Islander who's in Kathmandu to help with those relief efforts as part of Plan International. It looks like a combat zone in many parts of Nepal. In the midst of all the rubble, members of Plan International, its focused children and their families. Frank Manfredi of Rhode Island is there in Kathmandu as part of its emergency response team. He arrived just 4 days after the earthquake. What did you witness upon arrival?
Parts of the city looked like, buildings had collapsed into the streets. And other places you could see where retaining walls on buildings or parts of buildings had collapsed or were damaged. The interesting thing was how uneven it was. You have, as I said, one street where an entire building would have collapsed into the street. In some cases, streets were closed off in that instance. And other places where, you really couldn't tell that there had been any damage at all. There are a lot of people who are still sleeping out. Some folks because their homes have been destroyed, and others, frankly, because there's been some damage to their homes, and they're afraid. They're afraid they're going to collapse if there's another aftershock.
Manfredi says priority one is getting emergency shelter kits and food packs to families.
You've got clean water kits, hygiene kits. So we're really right now in the initial life-saving relief phase.
Longer-term goals include bringing a sense of normalcy, especially to the children, as their communities work to rebuild.
It's very important for children who've been through these sort of distressing events to have the sense of normalcy that comes from education and a safe place to play.
Plan International has been around since the 1930s to improve the lives of children around the world. To learn more about its work in Nepal and how you can help, log on to turnto10.com. And still